Hi there guys, welcome to Vapourcore's YouTube channel. I'm the LDN Vapor and today I'm bringing you guys the latest product from DOTMOD. And of course, as we are the official retailer of them here in the UK, we are so happy to bring this product into the market. Guys, the product I'm showing you today is the DotMTL tank by DOTMOD. So guys, let me take a quick vape and just show you how the DotMTL tank performs. This is with the airflow being wide open, 28 watts on a 0.5 ohm coil. So guys, let me take a vape and quickly just show you. Wow, that is a very solid tank. Solid from the build, but also solid with the hit that I've just got from that. The DotMTL, it's a mouth to lung tank only, guys. So for you sub-ohm vapors out there looking at this video, please, you're gonna have to disregard this product. Guys, the DotMTL, it's a 22mm rebuildable tank. So with this, you cannot buy coils and you simply screw them in and use the tank. This is one where you have to do it yourself, DIY, and build coils or buy pre-built coils. And we'll be showing you how to do this in the video. Starting with the base, it's 22mm in diameter. As you can see now, it sits beautifully on the 75 watt DotMod, which is a handheld size. So it's absolutely perfect if you're looking for a stealth tank, something not too big. As well as saying that, guys, you can get this in the gold version as we've got now, which is 24 karat plated, or you can get the stainless steel version. You can have the see-through polycarbonate glass, or they give you another one which is completely gold or completely stainless steel. But on the top, as you can see guys, you still have that juice window. So don't worry, because you'll still be able to see your juice with this tank added. So the tank itself actually uses a single post deck, so you won't be able to get two coils in this. This is a single coil deck, guys. Then of course, coming to the top, the drip tip is the last part of this, and this is what completes the tank. i.e. with this drip tip, it's not just a pull off, this one is a screw on. So when you screw the drip tip on, it actually fixes the glass section to the bottom base. So for instance, if I did want to fill up the e-liquid on this or take that top section off, I need to take that drip tip off by unscrewing it anti-clockwise. Talking about the machining and overall the product, guys, I cannot fault DotMod. Ever since they brought out the 75 watts, all their mods are 200 watts. They've all been manufactured beautifully. Threads buttery smooth, no machine oil in any of the products coming out of the boxes. So honestly, 10/10 for the manufacturing quality of the tank itself. When I did say that it was a hard hitter, I think that comes from the chimney section being quite thin. So it really concentrates the vapor and the flavor that you're getting from the inhale of the vape itself. Guys, just quickly, let's head down, let's show you how to get this tank set up, and then we can go into the pros and cons about the tank. So team, now looking at the DotMTL tank, let's show you how to disassemble it and how to install a pre-built coil. So guys, of course, imagine this is your base. Of course, we're using the DotMod 75 watt, as you can see. Start off with the drip tip section and simply grab your drip tip and untwist. As you anti-clockwise unscrew it, guys, that drip tip will slowly pop off. And there we go, loose enough to come off. Put it to the side. Of course, we've got the top section and glass section, which is actually plastic. So simply grab the two sides and pull it up, just like so, guys. This is where we come to your center chimney, which of course goes on top of your coil. So grab your base this time with the mod, just because this might be on quite tight that you end up taking the base from the mod off as well. So this time grab the base of the tank and the mod, and then anti-clockwise unscrew that center chimney and the coil cover, and it comes off like that in one piece. And guys, finally we've got to the build deck. So if I put this up to the camera, as you can see, it's got this insulator right here. And of course, this is a spring-loaded connector. So guys, this has only got one side to coils. We would be using single coils with the DotMTL only. I need to get my set of tools. So for today's video, we're using the UD Mini Coil Mate, which we also sell on the website. So I've got my flathead screwdriver here. Guys, whether you can see that on the camera, simply put in your flathead into that top screw there and anti-clockwise unscrew it. And as you see, while I'm unscrewing, that insulator being spring loaded will slowly rise up. And there we go. On the left and the right side, you have your slots there for your wire. And again, today we are using UD's Clapton pre-built coils, reading at 0.5 ohms. So, as you can see, there is your plastic spring-loaded connector, and then this side is just flat. So, grabbing your coil and inserting those two wires right in between those ports. Just like so, guys. Give me a second, let me just slot them through. And there we have it, guys, your coil is inserted. Of course, now I'm just going to go ahead and screw that back on, just so it sits nice and tightly and makes good connection. And as you can see, guys, it has not gone to plan where the coil is bending, so it's hitting my base there. So what I want to do, I'm just going to get my flathead screwdriver, put it through the coil. See, guys, as you can see from that angle, it's slanting like that. So I'm simply going to rejig the screwdriver flat like that to bend the coil in the perfect position of being perfectly horizontal, just like so. So there we go, guys. Now the coil there is sitting straight. Of course, you don't want the coil to be hitting any of the metal, and you want it within the diameter, so when you put that chimney on, it sits nicely. So now, guys, the last thing for me to do is clip these ends of the wire off so I can put that center chimney back on. There we go, guys. Let me snip one of them off on one side. There's the other on the other. And there we go, that is done. I'm just going to rejig the coil one more time to make sure that is sitting perfectly in the middle. There we go. And guys, that is how your build deck should look with the coil. Should be sitting right in the center there. And of course, just like so, floating above that center base. Now, guys, the next thing to do is, of course, you need to grab some cotton. Today I'm using Cotton Bacon version 2 wick. I do prefer this wick. We do also sell it on our website. So guys, you want your cotton to be quite spaced out, leaving a little few gaps through that, just so it's quite light and it can just go through that coil nice and easy. So guys, simply just twist one end to make it easier to pass through the coil. Now, before I start slotting this through, I'll show you that on the side of the coil you have these two chambers in there, which are two slots grooved in on the side there. This is where your wick will go. So, grab my coil, put that cotton through just like so. Slowly untwist it, there we go. And guys, there is your cotton all ready to go. Now let me just get my scissors, cut the ends off. Guys, you do need to leave a little bit of the cotton on the edge, because of course when they go into those slots of the chamber there, it actually drops into the tank, so you'll never get a dry hit with this tank, which is a great little thing that DotMOD have done with it. I absolutely love that there's no covers on the ports on the side, so the juice will always hit the cotton. So simply snip your sides off just like so. And that is it, guys. Your coil and wicking is done. Now I'm grabbing some nicotine salt from Juice and Power. This is the mango medley. So guys, I'm just going to drip some e-liquid onto the coil and the cotton just to slowly get it starting to wick. Guys, this is a little note. While I'm doing this, what I'm about to do once it's fully saturated is start to fire the device and the coil. This is so that I know that the circuit from the DotMOD has read the connection properly and it does work. So let me just double check, click it 5 times, turn the device on. Right, so it's reading at a 0.5 ohm coil, which I know I can go probably to a maximum about 40 watts. But for now, I'll start it at 21. Press fire, and there we go, guys. As you can see, it is starting to fire up perfectly, just like so. Is grab a set of tools, your flathead or your scissors, and simply put this cotton into those ports. So let me bring it up here, guys. As you can see, that port there goes in there and the rest of the cotton stays out. So guys, as I can see now, I've got quite of an overhang of the cotton here. So what I'll do, I'll simply pull it back out, and I know I need to cut it at about where it bends. So let me grab that, there we go. Cut it up there. And now it should sit perfectly. And there we go, guys. Just like so. So the coil is inserted properly. The wicks come through one side. If I turn it across, you will see there is that little port engraved in the middle there, where the wicking material, your cotton, can just go inside. Do this on the other side as well. And there we go, guys. Now to reassemble it, simply grab your center chimney there, put it over your coil or wicking material, and simply clockwise screw that top chimney back on, just like so. And guys, now as this is sitting there, I want to show you how the cotton looks. So if you see there, if I turn it around, you can see that bit of the cotton there just poking out. And there, if I turn it around again, there's the other part of the cotton just coming out there. So you know, when you put your juice inside your tank, it will hit those cotton parts there straight away, and you'll never get a dry hit. So guys, now finally put that top glass section back on, press it down just like so, and now through that top part here, there's a slight gap before you put the drip tip on. Simply insert your nib onto the side, and then simply fill the tank right up to the top. And there we have it, guys. Grab your drip tip finally, and slowly just clockwise screw that back onto the tank. And guys, that is it. That is how you rebuild and you fill up your tank. Guys, back up top now, and let's get down to the pros and cons of the tank itself. So of course, I've had this for a couple of days now to test it, see all the ins and outs of it, and see what I think's a pro and what's a con. Honestly, for the mouth to lung vaping style that this has been made for, I cannot fault it. There is absolutely no faults. Machining, perfect. The way it looks and the visual of it, it's lovely, especially coming with that extra glass piece. Of course, yeah, it is in the stainless steel or in the plated gold, but then again, it gives you another piece, so in case you break the polycarbonate section, at least you've got a spare one. Now, the cons of this, there is no cons unless we actually start to talk about sub-ohm vaping. The reason I say this, guys, is there's so many new products on the market where you've got tanks that can do both. So actually, thinking that this has got a build deck in it, and I've just put a 0.5 ohm coil in there, I'm sure we could possibly sub-ohm this tank if we had a bigger airflow option at the bottom of the base. That leads me on to another pro that I've not mentioned. I actually like the fact that the airflow is hidden. As of now, if I just take the tank off to show you, even at the bottom of the tank, you can't see any airflow holes. And the reason is why. There's a space around the ring of the base here, which is your airflow. So while you twist this bottom base here, it slowly makes the holes bigger and smaller on that inside 510 pin. So guys, of course now we do have it as wide open. Let me just put the tank back on the device. The one main thing I want to talk about this as a pro is the fact that when you do build it as we did before, I did mention that you can see the cotton actually in the e-liquid chamber itself. So that is probably the best pro for me. The fact that so far it's been 4 days, I've not had a dry hit off this yet, and of course I can see my fill level perfectly every time. So guys, honestly, DotMOD, a 10/10 product, and I absolutely love it. I've actually bought myself one of these, so thank you very much for a beautiful design. Apart from that guys, that is all for the DotMTL tank. Please drop down your comments if you need any more details about the tank itself, or if you'd like to see another video on how to build coils if you're not buying pre-builds. Guys, that is it for us here at Vapourcore. Of course, don't forget to check down in the description for your discount code that you can use off the website. And guys, from me, the LDM Vapor, that is it. So until next time, carry on vaping.